All right, let's quickly go to the basic phonetic principles. What are the basic principles in phonetics after we have learned to introduce ourselves to phonics? The basic phonetic principles are everything that can be part of the fundamental rules. So you see that the basic phonetic principles encompass fundamental rules governing the sounds of speech. All rules. It includes all rules that has to do with the sounds of speech. While the International Phonetic Alphabet serves as a standard system for representing these sounds. So the International Phonetic Alphabet, that's the IPA, is the standard recognized um, systems for representing sounds. Those things are our letters are representing codes, while the IPA brings out the sound that the letters represent. So each letter has a name, while the phonetic alphabet has a sound. So we now relate the sound of the phonetic alphabet to the letters that we already have in our in our English alphabet. So these are the basic principles of phonetics. Now let's quickly look at some of those things that are included in the basic phonetic principles. We have phonemes, articulation, voicing, manner of articulation or place of articulation, those tools. International Phonetic Alphabet, I think I've explained that. Symbols, diacritics, and consistencies. So these are the basic phonetic principles. These are the rules that encompass or governs how sounds are being made in the English sound system. So now let's take them one by one. What do we mean by phonemes? Phonemes are the smallest unit of sound in a language that can distinguish meaning. What we are saying is the basic sound that any language possesses is the sound. In Yoruba language, we have A, B, D. A is a phoneme. B is a phoneme. D is a phoneme. So these are the basic units of sound in any language. So in English language, the sound B and P are phonemes because they differentiate between words like bat and pat. Do you get that now? So P is a phoneme, B is another phoneme, A is a phoneme. So the basic smallest unit of sound is what we call phonemes. So any sound that is recognizable in a language is considered a phoneme. So if you are asked what is a phoneme is smallest unit of sound in a language that can distinguish meaning. So the next one is articulation. What do we mean by articulation? We have been hearing this articulate, articulation, and all this stuff. So this refers to how speech sounds are physically pronounced or produced by the articulatory organs. What do we mean? Articulation is how these sounds that we use for speech are being produced from our sound organs. The articulatory organs are the sound organs such as lips, tongues, the teeth, the vocal cord. We have lots of them. The next one is voicing. Sounds can be either voiced or voiceless based on the natural value of each phoneme. You cannot force a sound that is voiceless to be voiced, and you cannot weaken a sound that is voiced to make it voiceless. So you have to be able to distinguish between a voiced sound and a voiceless sound. A voiced sound involves vibration of the vocal cord, while a voiceless sound does not involve that. When you pronounce a sound that is voiced, just place your hand on the vocal cord and you have this vibration. You feel it. But if there is no vibration, then that sound is considered as voiceless. So that's another rule for basic the principle, another principle of the phonetics. So we have example. Let's pronounce the sound z. Just place your hand on your vocal cord and you see the vibration. You feel it. Z. Now pronounce s. There is nothing. So we can as well say that this is a voiced sound where your s is not voiced. Another principle here that we want to look at after the last one is the manner of articulation. Manner means how. We already know articulation is producing the